Go ahead.
Jen, a Ukrainian commander in Mariupol is saying that his forces and civilians in the area may only have hours to make it out alive, and he has been making this direct plea to the president for the U.S. to somehow be involved in extracting people from the area. Do you know if that's a request that the president himself is aware of? And can you just walk us through, can the U.S. be directly involved at this point in making that happen, or helping to make that happen?
Sure. We have certainly seen these cries for help and these asks for help. We certainly urge the Russian government to do the right thing, guarantee safe passage for any civilians or others who wish to leave the city. We also encourage them to allow deliveries of humanitarian aid, such as food and medicine, and safe passage for volunteers to help people in need. But I don't have any additional updates from here.
And quickly on the president and whether he might visit Ukraine, you've obviously said a couple of times, currently there are no plans to do that. Yesterday, when he was asked, are you going, he said he wasn't sure. Is a trip completely off the table for now for him?
Nothing has changed in our assessment. I would also note, as I've said in here before, if anyone were to visit Ukraine from the United States, it's not something we would announce in advance, confirm in advance, give details on who, if, and when, because of security reasons. And that's something I think anyone who's traveled to a war zone with a president or a vice president or anyone is quite familiar with that policy.
So when he said he didn't know, was he trying to indicate that
nothing has changed on our
the
plans?
I have one more,
Yeah.
one more question. There are obviously so many horrific images coming out of Ukraine. They're very readily available photographs, videos of civilian deaths.
Yeah.
As we enter the third month of this conflict, can you walk us through, give us a sense of how the president himself has been sort of processing these images? Who does he talk to? What does he lean on as he processes images that, you know, coming from what he himself has called a genocide?
Yeah, look, I will say that the president is processing these images, as many Americans are, with horror, with sadness, with fear for the people of Ukraine, for the families, for the children, for innocent civilians who are at risk. It is obviously, this conflict is consuming a great deal of his time, as much as he is working on a range of other priorities here. But he is consuming them, as many people are, as I am, as many of you are, as Americans out there watching all of your networks are. It's emotional. It is. Watching some of these images is very raw for people, including the president, because you're seeing people suffering at the hands of a dictator who is brutally targeting civilians. Go ahead.